I'd say the two most popular and most successful Grand Theft Auto games are San Andreas and GTA 5. And while they have a ton of similarities, I'm actually going to be telling you guys today why the game that came out in 2004, San Andreas, is better than GTA 5. We're going to be looking at 10 reasons that separate these games. Now, this is not to say that GTA 5 is a bad game. Obviously, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a huge fan of it. And obviously, based off of the 100 million copies Rockstar have sold, it's not a bad game either. There's just a couple things with San Andreas I think are better than GTA 5. So anyways, let's get this started. At the number one spot today, more cities. So this was amazing. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had 3 cities: Los Santos, Las Venturas, and San Fierro. Los Santos obviously being Los Angeles, Las Venturas being Las Vegas, and San Fierro being San Francisco. And each 3 of those cities were completely different and offered unique gameplay elements, which I thought was really cool. Obviously, with Las Venturas, you had the downtown strip, you had the casinos that you could go in. I mean, it was a completely different world. And then sort of near San Fierro, you had all these different interesting and unique locations that either had crazy myths or spooky legends surrounding them. And that's something I feel like Rockstar did not take advantage of in Grand Theft Auto 5. We obviously have Los Santos, which is a big city, but sort of the rest of the map is a whole lot of nothing. You know, there would have been perfect and plentiful opportunities for a map expansion for us to go back to Las Venturas or back to San Fierro via land, air, or sea. But Rockstar have never introduced that. So I feel like that was a really lost opportunity, and it's one of the reasons why I think San Andreas has a much better map, because you get to take advantage of 3 awesome cities instead of 1. The number 2 spot today, more RPG elements. So I fully understand that GTA is not an RPG on the level of like Skyrim or Fallout or something like that. But at least we got some sort of say in how we wanted CJ to be. I feel like our characters in GTA 5 are so linear, and even though we do have 3 characters to choose from, you can't really modify them in any way that has sort of a real impact on the way you do things. Like, yes, you can change their haircut and their tattoos, and you can modify their default car, but with CJ, you could, change, his weight based off of how much he ate, or how ripped he was based off of how much he worked out, what kind of girlfriend he had. And ever since San Andreas, we've seen less and less RPG elements, and it sort of reached the bottom in GTA 5 where there's almost none of that. And what's even more unfortunate is those didn't even transfer to Grand Theft Auto Online either. Now, that's a completely separate conversation and topic, but the point remains is that San Andreas had much better character development, in my opinion. So that's the number 2 spot today. Number 3 spot today, this sort of ties into Las Venturas gambling. So one of the best mini games in San Andreas was going to the casino and spending your money on blackjack or slots or poker. It was a ton of fun. I mean, we're able to do this in other Rockstar games, Red Dead Redemption. We're going to be able to do it in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. And for whatever reason, GTA 5 has just never gotten the casino. It's never gotten a gambling mini game or anything like that. And I don't understand why, because there's a perfect opportunity. In fact, according to some in-game files, it does seem as if Rockstar scrapped the casino from GTA 5. We were going to be able to go in there and gamble and play all those different mini games that we had in San Andreas. Now, I get it. There's no Las Vegas in GTA 5, but there is still a casino. So I feel like that was sort of a lost opportunity that Rockstar did not take advantage of. At the number 4 spot today, weapons. So you could say this about all of the 3D era games versus the HD era games, but the weapons in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, in my opinion, are just so much better. I mean, do we need to name the wackiest one of them all, the purple dildo that CJ can equip? I mean, that is hysterical right there. There's a ton of other ones that you can use as well. There's the chainsaw. There's the flamethrower. There's a shovel that you can use. I mean, there's literally so many things that CJ has at his arsenal that we just simply don't have in GTA 5. So I am a little bit disappointed in that we haven't gotten a lot of the cool 3D era weapons. I mean, how cool would it be in GTA 5 if we had a freaking chainsaw or, a flamethrower? That would just be amazing. Or a katana. like what we saw in Vice City. So more weapons like that would be super cool. Unfortunately, in GTA 5, they are a little bit lackluster. Number 5 today, better cheats. So I think that the cheats in Vice City and San Andreas were way better than any of the ones we saw in GTA 5. I mean, the ones in GTA 5, in my opinion, were just kind of like, boring. It was like spawn this car, change the weather. In San Andreas, you had so many awesome cheats. You could make pedestrians hunt you. You could make Elvis models for people. You could have people attack you with rocket launchers. There was beach party mode. There was ninja mode. There was Big Bunny hop. There was funhouse mode. There was blow up all cars, aggressive drivers, all green lights, flying boats, flying cars, moon gravity. I mean, like, the cheats were amazing. They made the game so enjoyable. And in GTA 5, again, they are just so boring. It's like spawn this car, change the weather, jump really high. Like, not really fun cheats that you can mess around with the world. So again, another thing that San Andreas just does ultimately so much better than GTA 5. The number 6 spot today, more interesting locations. So I kind of touched on this in my video I did like last week, where I touched about some of the scariest locations in the GTA series, and much of them come from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And I think that has a lot to do with the map as well. I mean, the GTA 5 map for the most part is pretty boring. Aside from Mount Chiliad and the mine shaft, there's really not an interesting location. Maybe the Altruist camp. But San Andreas had, Area 69. It had all these different crazy caves and scary ghost towns. And again, that just sort of goes to show you how well Rockstar put together that map, that even though it was barren, there were so many interesting things out there, and it made it worthwhile to explore. So definitely better spots to explore in San Andreas. The number 7 spot today, better cops. So I feel like this is really a knock on GTA 5 really than it is San Andreas. The cops in GTA 5 are freaking Terminators. They are impossible to get rid of. I also miss the 6-star wanted level quite a bit, so getting that back would be kind of cool. But even still, the cops I felt like were more normal and realistic in San Andreas, and they just feel like, Super Saiyan Terminators in GTA 5 that you can't shake or get rid of. At the number 8 spot today, this is sort of just overall subjectiveness, but I think wackiness. So San Andreas, again, that sort of goes back to the cheats, the storyline, the characters, the weapons. It's wackier. Now, GTA 5 has its own sort of wackiness, but like in a sense that it almost doesn't feel like GTA. Like with the Oppressor Mark II and the Deluxo and all the flying hover vehicles. San Andreas was just wacky fun, like the hovercraft and stuff like that. So that's the sort of stuff I remember, and maybe that's just my nostalgia kicking in, but when I was playing San Andreas, I got that sort of wacky but still realistic vibe, and that's the sort of thing I like. GTA 5 is either super serious or like, what the heck is this vehicle? The number 9 spot today, better characters. So I really liked the characters of San Andreas. It's not to say the characters in GTA 5 were bad, but I mean, Officer Tenpenny was voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, you had David Cross as a voice actor for Zero. I mean, CJ as well. His entire gang, they're amazing characters, and I feel like they were a little bit better, in my opinion, than sort of Grand Theft Auto 5 that did have some good characters, but had some really stale, dumb characters too. Like Tanya. Why is she in the game? She literally serves no purpose other than to make fun of Franklin. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I think the characters in San Andreas were definitely a little bit better. And at the number 10 spot today, gangs. So I feel like that's something Rockstar missed the ball on in GTA 5. I mean, San Andreas was all about the gang life, and I guess because they were split between 3 characters, they couldn't really dive into Franklin's side as much, which I do think would have taken advantage of the gangs. You guys might not know this, but there are 11 gangs in Grand Theft Auto 5, and we really only hear of like 1 or 2 of them. So that just goes to show you how detailed the GTA series is with the various gangs from different countries and backgrounds, and how little we see of them in Grand Theft Auto 5, which would have made for a really cool story element, which is why I've been begging Rockstar for years to do a story mode DLC that sort of acts as a prequel before GTA 5 so that we could get more details on sort of the world we're in right now. But anyways, that right there is 10 reasons why Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is better than GTA 5. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Do you agree with my points? Do you disagree with my points? Again, let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.